Morning, y'all. I wanted to come to you guys really quick. I had seen on the internet, I've seen people post it before, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I see a lot of people that complain about stylists or service providers not being, they feel like people are not being upfront or open about their pricing, or they feel like, if you, why can't you just tell me what the price is when I ask? Why does it have to be secretive, or why are you always referring me to your bio? I can only speak for myself and from personal experience and the things that I've seen. However, number one, a lot of the time it's just easier for us to have prices posted somewhere because you got to think you're not the only person asking. And I don't think that people, if this is not something that you do, you don't realize how much time out of your day could be spent just by answering the same redundant question. So it would be working smarter, not harder, to have your price list posted somewhere. Number two, it's not always secretive because there's a price list somewhere. It's just a lot of the time when you tell somebody, hey, the link is in my bio, or hey, here's the link to my booking site, people feel like it's an extra step that they don't want to or shouldn't have to take. You should just tell them, right? But let's say for argument's sake, I answer you. Okay, so then you're gonna give me the what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Right? When if I just give you the website, or I shoot you the price list, now everything that you're gonna ask me is in your face. Also, unfortunately, when we are dealing with our own, we are dealing with people that like to tell us what they believe we do and don't deserve, right? So, and a lot of people don't want to, you learn in this business to deal with rejection, right? But some of our people can be very rude and disrespectful in that rejection. So if I'm going to go do business with somebody and what I am interested in is out of my price range, I'm not going to tell somebody, oh, I would never pay that for that. Or, oh my God, you paying all of that? You're crazy. Or, oh, you smoking dick if you think somebody's going to pay for this and that. Da, 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 da. No, I would just say, okay, thank you so much. That's the end of it. If the person asks, oh, well, are you interested? Or, were you wanting to book? Then I may say, you know what? I love your work, but at this present moment, your prices are a little out of my range. That's it. And I don't even do that because what somebody charges is what they charge. It's not their problem if I can afford it or not. Or if I want to, because it's not even always about afford. If I even want to, right? So a lot of the time, service providers, the ones that, because there are some people that just charge whatever they charge and they pick and choose who they charge. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those of us that actually have mediums laid out for you guys to find this information. A lot of the time it's just a matter of, number one, we don't want to deal with the cattiness that comes with giving you a price. I'll never forget, and this was years ago. I want to say this was like 2011 or 12. And I used to have my prices on my business card, and I sat my business cards down in the nail shop. And people were looking at them, and this one lady was like, ooh, $85 for a weave. I would never pay that much for a weave. And it was very discouraging. And it's so funny because, like, I'm sure that those people that are saying that are probably, like, mind blown now at what the prices are. But I would much rather you do that on your phone away from me than to sit in my face and tell me what I don't deserve to get paid or what I don't deserve to be charging. I know what I put into what I do. Now, is everybody worth it? No. Everybody is not worth what they charge. But you have to figure out what it is that you're willing to pay. I'll give you guys an example. My birthday is in June. Due to me having children and, there's a lot of things that happen in between, the beginning of the year and my birthday, I like to plan things ahead of time. So this is the first time that I'm actually doing something. I'm actually going all out for myself. So I'm having a dinner party. I want to have a birthday shoot since I've lost, all this weight. I'm going to pay somebody else to do my makeup instead of me doing it, et cetera, right? The girl that I want to do my makeup charges $200 for full glam. I could do my own. I was a makeup artist. I went to school for it. I don't want to. I want to be treated. Her work is immaculate. I send people to her all the time. Would I pay that $200 all the time? No, because I know how to do my own. Will I pay that $200 for my birthday? Absolutely. because I know that I could sit down. This girl knows eye mapping and your how to figure out your undertones and the colors and things that are going to work with what you got going on. And her lashes are bomb and her glitter makeup is amazing. And I know that I'm going to get what I want when I sit down. And when I open my eyes after she sprayed that setting spray, I'm going to be beat down, baby. Okay? A good friend of mine charges $300 for a frontal ponytail. You guys know my struggle with my hair loss. I want a high pony, and I don't want to have to try to figure out how to cover it and all of that. I want to have this frontal slapped on. I want my stuff to be laid. I know that my homegirl is going to hook me up. I know that she's not going to pull out the rest of the edges that I got left. I know that when I book this appointment, I'm going to show up. I'm going to get washed. I know she's going to be ready for me. I know I'm not going to be waiting on 18 other people. I know I'm not going to get canceled. I'm not going to get moved around. I am willing to pay my good sis what she charges, because I know that when I leave this girl's shop, that I'm going to get everything that I am expecting to get and then some. Right? Okay? My sister, when I go to my sister and I get my nails done, it's easily $200 every time. You know why I don't mind paying the $200? Because I know that if I go and sit my ass down, when I say, sis, this is what I want, this is the color that I want, this is the length that I want, this is what I want it to look like, I know my shape is going to be bomb, I know I'm going to be greeted with a smile, I know I'm going to have my champagne on deck when I get there, I know she's going to go and do the most because this is my birthday. I don't have to worry about nothing. I get to shoot my good sister cash up, and I get to go on about my business, right? Okay, so I'm bringing all that up to say that it's not even about it being a special occasion. It's about, instead of course, you have to know what you're okay with spending. And a lot of us, with the way that the economy is now, we are working on budgets. I totally get that, because I'm the same way. But I feel like as long as the price makes sense for what you are getting, you shouldn't be telling people what they should and should not be charging. A lot of the time, too, you're telling somebody that because you're not willing to pay this, they don't deserve it. That's not true. That's not true. You guys don't get in Arrogant Tay's comments and tell him that he shouldn't be charging $1,200 for a weave. What's the difference between Arrogant Tay and the stylist in your city? Because Arrogant Tay does celebrities. You're not a celebrity. But you'll go and save up your coin to get your hair done by him. And he don't even care about you after you leave. The only celebrity stylist that I know that actually still goes back and deals with the regular people and cares about them afterwards is Jonathan. I'm just saying. And this is not the bash Tay. I'm just saying off of experience and people I know. It's another popular Atlanta stylist that, you know, they do better work on themselves than they do on everybody else. But people will pay them, and then they come back and be talking about how, oh, I paid such and such all this money for a wig and an install, and you know, they didn't even do my install. All they did was lay the lace down, and they had somebody else do the rest of the work. But you'll go and pay them because it's popular to support them. So to answer you guys this question, a lot of the time, people just don't like to post their prices because, unfortunately, the backlash that you get from your own people is honestly just not worth your mental health. And I know there's people gonna be like, well, if you don't want to deal with that, don't go into business. No, I just don't want to have to deal with it from you, so I won't. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with the business. I'm just not going to deal with it because I don't have to. My clients know. My clients will tell you, yeah, when you come to her, yes, you work from home, but you get a wash, you get a blow dry, you get a deep condition, this and this and this is included. She's going to start you on time. She's going to greet you. When she sends you the Hey Boo text, the Hey Boo text is not to cancel. The Hey Boo text is to give you the address and let you know. I even let you know, hey, parking is a little scarce over here, so you may want to arrive a little bit early. I rarely ever run behind, but when I run behind, I will let you know, hey, I'm running behind. I'm this many minutes, and if I'm late, I discount you. My clients know what they're getting, and they will let the other people that they're referring to me know what they're getting. That is the difference. So it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not about what you pay, but it's more so about making sure that for what you're paying, it makes sense. Because you could go, like how people say, oh, I'm gonna go to the Africans and get my hair braided. Yeah, I don't. A lot of us don't mind getting up out of there, you know, an 8-hour service taking 3 hours. But are you a person that wants 8 people touching your head? If you're not, you're going to have to pay this one person. You know, like, and I still feel like they don't get paid enough because the sweatshop work is not cool. Like, all of y'all are working together, and that's cool. But you guys should be charging more because you got to pay all these 8 people for being in this person's head. And then a lot of them are not into hair care. Once again, no shade. You got to figure out what works for you. I know some clients that don't care about not getting washed because they want to get in and out. But your hair care suffers if you don't know how to care for your own hair. These are things that you need to figure out. What is the give and take? It's called like an opportunistic cost. So what is this opportunity cost going to cost you? Like, are you, okay, I'm going to pay a little bit more because this is one person, but her focus is on me. I get started on time. Or, okay, I'm going to go to this shop and I'm going to pay a little bit less, but I'm running the risk of my edges being ripped out because these people are not into hair care. I'm not going to come wash and blow dry. I might be in a shop that's not the cleanest. And that's not just the Africans, that's everybody, okay? I might be in a shop that's just not the cleanest. Or, you know, I might be in an area where this person does really fire hair, but they're ghetto or they're rude. Good morning. You know, there's things like that you got to look into, or you have to question. So I would appreciate, and obviously this is like throwing a pebble in the water, but I would appreciate that, number one, for service providers, make sure that in 2024 that your prices are making sense for what you offer, that you're not just charging what you charge because that's market value. That's number one. And number two, that clients and potential clients, make sure that what you are paying makes sense to you. And you don't need to announce when it doesn't. Because a lot of the time you guys get aggressive and angry because you want the services from who you want them from, but you're not willing to pay them. Okay, they don't owe you to take it down just because you want them, you want to do business with them, but you don't feel like they deserve what you or what they're asking for. So that's my 2 cents for today. I pray you guys all have a beautiful day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.